May I please, Your Lordship? Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 5, Lordship. Let the matter become up after 1 week.
Just after a week, as paid for by the
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention item number 11, Lordship, on behalf of after 3 weeks. Last month. There's an interim, Lordship.
Please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 7. Your Lordship, service upon respondent 9 is still awaited. Service upon respondent 9 is still awaited.
service is awaited.
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship will wait for another 2 weeks for the service. Your Lordship, if 2 weeks to be granted.
I see that. You have to take first steps. The steps was taken on 30/10.
Yes, Your
Now we
Lordship.
are in March. After 5 months, we will not get service report. Take first steps
Okay.
on respond number 9.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Observe that notice on respond number 9 was issued on 30/10/2023. However, service report is still awaited. Therefore, the petitioner shall take first steps for service of notice on respond number 9 by registered post with AD. The learned counsel for the petitioner is permitted to collect the postal receipt number and submit postal track repeat to the registry prior to the next date of listing. Next, notice is made returnable on, give a date after 4 weeks. Make it 5 weeks, otherwise service report will not come. Okay. 18/4/2024.
Lordship, I am appearing for respondents 1, 2, and 3. My presence may kindly be
Okay.
recorded.
Respond number
1, 2,
2,
and 3.
by
Cynthia,
Mr. Santiago.
I have already filed my affidavit. Deeply obliged.
Please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 1 and 2. 1 and 2, why you did not move a earlier application? Should have informed the court. Why you did not do it?
My lord, here I've just received the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 6 yesterday. Lordship, I pray that 3 weeks time may be granted for me to file my affidavit in reply.
Also for the petitioner submits that affidavit in opposition by respondent number 6 was served yesterday. Place for is granted 2 weeks time to take instructions file affidavit in reply if so advised.
Lordship, there's an interim.
Next window, just after 2 weeks.
Last one.
Please, Lordship. Lordship, I mentioned item number 8 and 9 in the orders, Lordship. Lordship, here in item number 8, we have taken steps upon the respondent number 3, that is private respondent, to assist service, Lordship, but we are yet to file our affidavit of service. So we will be doing that by Monday, Lordship. My Monday Tuesday. Since the affidavit of service is with my senior. We will
Counsel-
both
counsel for the
from the
petitioner. Place for is granted a week's time to file affidavit of service of notice on respondent number
3, Lordship.
3 by Basti.
Yes. In item number 9,
Matter stands adjourned today, just after 2 weeks. 9,
in item number 9, we will be filing the same affidavit of service upon all the respondent 1, 2, and 3, Lordship.
here, all the respondents, affidavit of this service on all the respondents. Okay. 2 weeks. Okay, Mr. I himself. Yes. Learned counsel request for respondent number 1 and 2. Okay.
Pledge 1.
For motion, item number 12.
So, Lordship, this situation is the outcome of the speaking of the last figure is common number two. That is the three. That's Lordship, page 89. And the next question is at page 93.
Page number
Page 93. Operative.
93.
Yes. First, see at Manchester. Even with respect
You see, but with the remark which you have earned, it will be very difficult for the court to take a judicial review of the decision-making process of the authorities, because this is something which we can't assess. You see the para F of paragraph 5. They have mentioned two things. Number one, so three things. Number one, he is inefficient. That is one. Second is he needs remarkable improvement in his professional skills and attitude towards work. This is second. Third is that JCO keeps personal interest always above organization interest. That is third. Then fourth is a liability to the organization. So how we don't find anything to negate that finding.
page 83.
Age 83. Yes, we have seen that.
And I have received my inputs here. There is also this is certain law that Asia should be communicated to the staff. One. And she can be also please for the period of
Age 63. 63.
yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
So also, this is the forwarding letter in the of the SCR of 2019 to 2022. So in the next paragraph, that's the preceding page number, that is page 60. They
60.
have not made any observation. They have not made any observation. Whereas when they have passed the statement, they have said. They have not made any observation. Lordship, thereafter, Lordship,
Just
I
a
made
moment.
a
Just a moment. Just a moment. You're showing page 64, right?
Yes.
You come to page 72. First of all, you look at page 64, which you are showing us. In page 64, it is mentioned at serial number 15, initiating officer comments on qualities not specifically included in part 2 above. Correct? Now, at one page, you'll find that there's a reference. In the initial is here, your part 4 was kept blank.
Yes. Sir. And that one,
Then-
the other one was A.
Yes,
A.
and then you see, subsequently, this part 4 was filled up. That is at page 72. Okay, who's appearing for central government? You are appearing?
My lord.
Will issue a notice, respond to it. But Mr. B. Dev, learned counsel for the petitioner. Issue notice on this petition, filed under Article 226 of the Constitution of India, assigning the adverse remarks in the ACAR/APAR of the petitioner for the period from 1/9/2019 to 31/8/2020 and 1/9/2021 to 36/2022, as well as the speaking order dated 29/1/2024 passed by the respondent number 2. Mr.
Z. Nengoli, my lord. Z. Nengoli,
Leonard CEC
CGC. my lord.
accepts notice on behalf of all the respondents. Requisite extra copies of the writ petition be served on him in course of the day. Notice is made returnable on, give a date after 5 weeks. Sixteen. Okay, 16/4/2024. Affidavit in opposition, if any, be filed at least 1 day prior to the next date of listing.
For admission, item number 3.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I've received the recent status, Lordship. I've received the recent status, Lordship, and the petitioner stands at serial number 1. So his case will be considered, Lordship.
You file an affidavit,
Lordship,
then we can close it.
Lordship.
Because on oral submission to close the matter will be very difficult.
Lordship.
Because there's a reason for that. Because then I'll be recording your submission. And if there is a contempt, you also come within the scope of contempt. Correct? So I don't want an officer of the court to be in contempt. Please file an affidavit.
Lordship.
Within 10 days,
2 weeks, Lordship.
2 weeks. Okay. Both sides are represented. Miss
S. Chang.
S.
Chang.
Chan, learned government advocate, submits that she has received instructions which is favorable to the petitioner. So, however, she pays for and is granted 2 weeks time to file affidavit in opposition in the matter.
Lordship.
To bring the stand of the respondents on record. Next, at least after 2 weeks.
Vice Lordship.
For admission, item number 4.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes. What about pay scale? Who's appearing for the government? She's claiming a pay band of different pay band and grade pay. I think you appeared. You took notice on the matter. Mr. Tiba form an appearance accepted notice for the respondents. What is your stand? No, don't ask her. You'll have to tell us your stand. The petitioner is claiming pay band of scale pay 14.
Lordship, appearing on behalf of my colleague, Itiba Pom, Lordship. I have filed my affidavit, Lordship.
You filed?
Lordship.
Oh, yes. So he's not there today?
He's not here today, Lordship.
But in the affidavit, they say that you are not entitled to that. You already filed an appeal, but this appeal was taken up on 3 occasions. But if, you can't be given a post of your choice. So how do you sustain your petition?
Lordship, we have just received our affidavit in opposition.
Pardon?
No, we have just received our affidavit in opposition.
Please speak loudly. I'm not hearing you.
No, we have just received our affidavit in opposition, so we need one week time.
1 week's time. Okay. Both sides are represented. 1 week's time is granted to the counsel for the petitioner to obtain instructions and to file affidavit in reply. So advise against the affidavit in opposition filed by respondents. Okay.
For admission, item number 6.
Lordship, we filed our affidavit in opposition. to
Yes.
indictment, and the petitioner stands at serial 1. Serial number 1.
Okay.
Yes. And the
So
case
she's in the zone of consideration.
Yes. As in, when the turn comes.
So we close this matter. You're Miss Ren Boni. Okay. Please write it down. We'll make mistake in spelling. Counsel for the petitioner as well as Mr.
Mosam Nokome.
Mosan
Nokome.
Nokome, learned government advocate appearing for the respondents. Next paragraph. In brief, the case of the petitioners is that her mother was serving as a typist in the establishment of senior treasury officer, Dimapur, under the Department of Treasuries and Accounts, Nagaland, had died in harness on 21/8/2014, and accordingly, in terms of OM dated 16/1/2012 and 17/9/2015, the petitioner applied for appointment on compassionate ground. Full stop. As the application was not considered, The present writ petition was filed under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. Next paragraph. The respondent numbers 1 to 4 have appeared pursuant to notice issued on them, and they have filed an affidavit in opposition on 23/2/2024, wherein it is projected that the applications for appointment on compassionate ground are taken up as per their seriatim in the waiting list as per addendum dated 9/4/2019. And a specific stand has been taken by the respondents that the name of the petitioner with all her particulars stands at serial number 1. First of, accordingly, the learned government advocate has submitted that the respondents have clearly stated that the appointment of the petitioner will be considered commensurate to her qualification as and when a clear sanction post vacancy arises in the department. Full stop. Next para. In view of the said stand taken by the respondent numbers 1 to 4 through an affidavit in opposition filed by Mr. R.N. Yanthan, YENTHAN, Principal Director, Directorate of Treasuries and Accounts, Nagaland. The court is inclined to close the writ petition by issuing a direction to the respondent authorities to appoint the petitioner on compassionate ground as in when her turn for appointment at serial number 1 crystallizes and vacancy occurs. Next para. I said, just tell me one thing.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Today we are passing an order, correct?
Yes,
Limitation for contempt is 1 year,
yes,
correct? Now let us say that you don't appoint her for 3 years.
yes.
What happens?
But for appointment to.
No,
Yes,
I'm not saying that. You see, we have a time limit. We have a time limit for contempt. Now, let us say for some reason you don't appoint the petitioner for 3 years.
Yes.
Now, what according to you it will be her remedy?
Your Lordship, I believe this court order would be subject to vacancy. So if the vacancy does not arise she would have to wait for a turn. For the next.
But
vacancy.
you'll have to communicate something to her. She can't be waiting perennially.
Yes.
You get the point.
Yes, yes.
A citizen gets an order from the court and then it is not implemented. So they lose faith on the entire judicial system.
Yes.
So therefore, please tell us, it would be appropriate if we say they give a direction that every 6 months she will be informed of her status.
Or maybe a Lordship, maybe a direction to the authorities to give her when the next probable vacancy might arise. As per the requirement.
Some communication must be made to her within a year.
Yes.
Otherwise, contempt
Ah.
will come.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Correct. Full stop. Next para, considering the nature of stand taken in the affidavit in opposition, comma, doubt remains in the mind of the court that if the appointment is subject to vacancy, comma, there must be some mechanism with the government to inform the petitioner about her probable or estimated time within which appointment shall crystallize. So therefore, keeping in mind the time prescribed for enforcement of the orders, the court is inclined to direct the respondent authorities to positively make a communication to the petitioner within a period of 6 months to inform the petitioner about the status of her application, so that she does not have to approach the court again. Next paragraph, the petitioner shall serve a certified copy of the order before the principal director, Directorate of Treasuries and Accounts, Nagaland, within bracket, respond number 3, to bring the order to the notice of the said authority. Because it must be enforced also.
Yes.
Otherwise, people lose faith in the entire system.
Yes.
For hearing, item number 10.
Stands disposed, Your Lordship.
They're disposed of.
Judge.
My lord, item number 10.
Yes,
Yes, my lord, I'm appearing for the petitioner, my lord.
yes,
My lord, my submission is that. Lord, may I start, my lord?
yes,
Yes, my lord. My lord, I'm praying for my reinstatement, my lord.
yes,
My lord, I was discharged from my service on 31st/3/2012. I was being selected, my lord. If my lord will come to page number 16, there my recruitment letter is there, my lord.
you resigned and thereafter you did not apply for
My
installment.
lord, resignation is a doubtful thing, my lord, because my hand was injured. And for that, I said that, my lord, I need some, I want to visit my village. I want to take rest. That what I was under the impression, my lord.
No,
The
you
document which,
when you approach the court, you are out of service for 8 years.
yes, my lord, that is true, my lord. But
We
at the
can't-
moment, my lord, when I came to know, my lord,
No,
I'm
no,
like a poor
no.
chap.
No,
Yes, my lord.
you're a serviceman in a disciplined force.
I agree, my lord. I totally agree, my lord. I'm not I'm not telling away anything, my lord. My lord, my thing is, my lord, the opposition which they have filed, the page number 11, where they are claiming that this is my letter, which I have signed. My lord, kindly go through that letter, my lord.
Which letter? Page?
Affidavit in opposition, which the other side has filed, means the government has filed.
Page?
Page 11 of that, my lord. It is written in Hindi, my lord. Annexure 1. My lord, got that, my lord?
Yes.
Yes, my lord. See, my lord, it is written over there, my lord. महादेव सनिवस्त निवेदन इस प्रकार है कि this number Sachin Kumar Thakur. My lord, see, this is written in Hindi. Nowhere I am saying that I want to resign, my lord. And only 3 people of that force has signed. My lord, then again come to the annexure P3, page number 13, my lord, the affidavit which they are claiming, my lord. For getting my contention is that, my lord, for getting a normal birth certificate and name correction, we have to go before the chief judicial magistrate and get a attestation of an affidavit. Over here, only a notary affidavit. My lord, there I am saying, my lord, that I am a not highly educated person. Where they have said to sign, I have signed, my lord. And now they are claiming that this was the certificate which over there I am claiming that I want to resign from the job. And that also, this was not been served upon me at that time. It was served upon, it has not been served upon me. It was only showed when I returned back to join. Then they said that I have resigned from this service. Then we made the representation. We are coming all the way from Durgapur, it is in West Bengal, to this place.
You came to join when?
My lord, I joined in, my lord, that is in my petition, my lord, page number 16, my lord. That is my recruitment letter which I have got, my lord. In my petition, read petition, my lord. P annexure 1, page number 16. Then subsequently page 17, appointment letter which I have got. It is
No, no,
13 December.
After your disputed resignation,
Yes, my lord.
when did you then come to join?
My lord, then I came, my lord, within like few months only, my lord. Then after that, I started writing my representation. I came
Just
with
tell
all
us.
those letter, my lord.
Just tell us.
My lord, that is, my lord, annexure P4, my lord, where first application which I have, means a representation I have made. In that I have explained in detail. Before this, I was not coming like and making all the requests, but everybody is turning me away. I was coming with my mother and sometime with my age-old father. Then somebody advised me that you have to bring a representation before the authority. Then I bought in 2015. Over there, I have explained page number 22. See, it is stated as nothing was happened. Understand this. Again, submitted a representation to allow me to rejoin in the service. Page number 22, my lord, of the petition I am reading. Second paragraph, my.
Just a moment.
Yes, my lord. My lord, prior to that, page number 21, my lord, last paragraph, last line.
Okay. Okay. You're supplementing your argument with any case laws?
My lord, no case laws, my lord. I'm just only on the fact, my lord. My lord, then page number 24, my lord. Again, I have made another representation.
Yes.
Then somebody advised me to approach before the Supreme Court. Then I approached the Honorable Supreme Court. Then another, there is one order, my lord, page number 26, prior to that 25, P5, where the Honorable Supreme Court, we have taken a leave to appear, means file it before an appropriate forum, and that was before this Honorable Court. And that's how we are over here, man.
Yes, you have anything to say?
Yes, my lord. The petitioner has enrolled an assumed repo and on 15 January 2022. And he was
13 January 22,
15 January 2012.
2012.
Yes, my lord. And he was discharged from service on 31st March 2012. After having having rendered a total of 2 months, 16 days service at the assumed rifle training. My lord, present petitioner has enrolled that assumed rifle and he is scheduled to undergo basic military training at Taman Kombani at Assam Rifle Training Center and School. During that basic military training, on 14 February 2012, he has submitted an application for discharge from the service by his own accord, my lord. And thereafter, my lord, he has
What is the training period?
training period is 12 months, my lord.
Training period is 12 months.
Yes, my lord.
From where do you find that? Training period is 12 months.
Yes, my lord. Training period is 12 months, my lord. In such course of time, in support of this application for resignation of service, he has submitted affidavit in support of his applications, duly notarized by the notary, my lord, on 16 February 2012.
Yes, this Assam, there's an Assam Rifles Act.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, ma'am.
So let me see if I have here. Just let me see if I have here. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let me see if I have here. We don't need it. I have it. Not required. You are Mr. Sachin Kumar Thakur?
my lord. Yes, my
Yeah.
lord.
Achha, just tell me, if you have left the force before 3
Yes, my
months,
lord. Yes, my lord.
that means you had no occasion to subscribe to the oath.
My lord, that my lord, if my lord will come to page number 17, my lord, there I received the appointment letter. Then I was over there, my lord. Then the oath might have been taken, my lord.
No, then you don't get anything. The matter will have to be dismissed. The reason is that under 6 of the Assam Rifles Act,
Yes,
there's a
my lord.
requirement that you must be a member of force. You must get salary for 3 months before you are accepted to be a member of the force. Thereafter, under the rules, there's a requirement that you should complete your training. And only on completion of training, you are administered oath under chapter 3. And without that, you don't become a member of the force. Therefore, question of reinstatement will not arise.
My lord, obliged to my lord view, my lord. But my lord, my contention then is that my lord, I have not resigned, my lord. I was only seeking my medical leave because my hand palm was injured. My lord, the problem is, my lord.
Unless you are awarded leave by the competent authorities, you just can't
Yes,
go,
my lord.
even if there is medical emergency in your home.
I agree, my lord. My submission is, my lord. When I seek, my lord, they said sign on this paper and you are going. We are giving you leave. I was under the impression, my lord, by signing over here, I will go and I will return back.
That
But
can't be
that
accepted.
signature,
That can't be accepted because of a
agreed, my lord.
simple reason.
Agreed, my lord.
You see, uh, uh, irrespective of my status, I am
Yes,
also
my
in
lord.
service.
Yes, my lord.
Therefore, if I don't attend my duties for 2 days, I have to take leave and then go.
Yes, yes, my lord.
And then in the end of the month, for whatever period I have worked, I get my salary.
Obliged, my
Correct.
lord.
So if I don't get the salary for the month, then some bell must ring in my mind that I'm not
My
receiving
lord,
the salary.
my lord, he is only a Havaldar, my lord. The
No, no, no,
lowest category.
no. It can't be accepted.
My lord, he came, my lord. That's what I am saying. He returned within a month and he was knocking the door. Then he came to know after much of his agitation that this thing is happening. This thing has happened. And this letter which they have filed through the opposition right now, they would have been handing me on that day itself.
No, you
Why
see,
not? Why they signed away?
it's very difficult to accept it. There are two
Yes,
more.
my lord, I agree, my lord,
There are
because
two
this
more
position
reasons.
is
There are two more reasons. Number one, if you're a member of the armed force,
yes, my lord.
the Assam under the Assam Rifles Act, even if you travel,
Yes, my
you
lord.
for the railway, you get a what you call warrant of travel.
Okay, my lord.
Correct. You don't have to buy tickets and then go once you are a member of the force. You
Oblige, my lord.
you get a warrant endorsed through the concerned officer when you are traveling to the unit.
Oblige, my lord.
Once you enter the unit, you will be
Oblige,
permitted to enter the unit only if you are if you are a member of the force. Otherwise, you will be in all probability turned out from the campus.
Oh,
Maybe you can
oblige, my lord.
see the commandant, but my experience limited, though although limited, I can't say that I have a lot of experience, but limited experience shows that you may enter the office of the commandant, but thereafter you would not be allowed to stay in the campus. That's normally not permitted. So
Oblige, my lord.
unless these things, you can show a pattern that the authorities accepted you as a member of the force, and thereafter you were made to understand that you are not in force. There must be some connection somewhere. When we find that when we see that there is a disconnect from the date of your discharge, even if it is wrong, but to come after so many years, you find it very difficult.
Oblige, my lord. My lord, I am like running unemployed, my lord, till date. I did like my pursued my some graduation, my lord, after that. My lord, second thing, my lord, if my lord want my lord to bring some document, my lord, let me, my lord, allow
No,
me. that I
No,
will
no.
file something.
This is too late to give you opportunity. When you start hearing. I'm sorry, I'll be dismissing your petition.
Oblige, my lord.
Heard. Mr. S.K. Thakur and counsel for the petitioner.
My lord, myself is Afzal Ansari. S.K. Thakur is like the petitioner, my lord.
Oh, acha, acha.
Yes, my lord. My name is written, my lord, over there in the last page, my lord, if I will, of my writ petition. MD APZL Afzal ANSARI Ansari.
Okay, your name is Mr. Mohammed A. Ansari.
Yes, my lord, Mohammad Afzal Ansari. APZL Afzal Ansari.
Okay, Mohammed A. Ansari, counsel for the petitioner, who has appeared through video conferencing mode. Also heard Mr. Zeden Nuguli,
Yes, ma'am.
learned CGC, appearing for the respondents. Next paragraph. In brief, comma, the case of the petitioner is that pursuant to a selection process, the petitioner was issued an appointment letter dated 31/5/2011. In respect of recruitment to the post of constable within bracket GD in Assam Rifles, 2011. On being declared provisionally qualified for medical examination test, and accordingly, he was directed to report on a date, on the appointed date for medical examination test. Full stop. After being successful in the medical examination test, comma, an appointment letter dated 13/12/2011 was issued in favor of the petitioner for his appointment as recruit general duty, full stop. By communication dated 15/1/2012, no, by communication, the petitioner was directed to report at Assam Rifles Training Center and School, Dimapur on 15/1/2012 at 8:00 hours. Here it is 08:00 hours with all relevant documents. Full stop. After undergoing training for about 2 months, 16 days,
Yes, my lord.
a discharge certificate was issued to the petitioner, a trainee, by the commandant, sorry, by the deputy commandant and CI, Assam Rifles Training Center and School.
My lord, there I want to just raise a point, my lord.
Yes,
My lord, this has not been served upon me, my lord.
it's okay. We'll take note of that.
Oblige, my lord.
Full stop. In this connection, the learned counsel for the petitioner has submitted that he said discharge certificate.
Not discharge, my lord, not discharge. Oblige. My lord, that the signature notary affidavit which they are filed, my lord.
No, I don't know. I was referring to discharge certificate. You said that.
Then it's no, my lord, it is there, my lord, because I
Okay.
have only filed.
Okay, no, nothing is not required.
Yes.
There is just so. Full stop. This was followed by an order dated 31/3/2012 issued by the officiating commanding officer of the commanding officer number 2 training battalion, Assam Rifles Training Center and School, Dimapur, by which, in terms of powers under Chapter 4, Roman 4, para 27 within bracket 4, bracket close, of Assam Rifles Rules, 2010, notice was given to the petitioner of being discharged from service on 31/3/2012 within bracket AN, bracket close, at his own request. The learned counsel for the petitioner has referred to a representation dated 12/10/2015 to project that after about 15 days of training, the petitioner was being tortured by a cook of the company which made it impossible for him to reside in the company. And therefore, matter was reported to the concerned members of the Assam Rifles. First of all, it is projected that although he wanted to meet the senior officer of the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, but no, so his mother came decided to meet the Lieutenant Colonel, but the said officer refused to meet the mother of the petitioner. First off, it is projected that under coercion, the petitioner was made to sign an affidavit as well as other documents, which was thereafter converted into a resignation letter. And accordingly, later on he applied on 31/5/2013 for reinstatement, which was forwarded by the Major Adjutant ADJUTANT, which was forwarded to the Director General of Assam Rifles, Recruitment Branch.
Shillong.
But as nothing happened, a second representation dated 24/2/2014 was submitted by the petitioner to rejoin in service. But he received a response dated 14/3/2014 by the Major Adjutant, MAJOR, Adjutant ADJUTANT, that he cannot be reinstated in service as the discharge order was approved by the competent authority. The petitioner made an application to the Director General, Assam Rifles, to reconsider his prayer to join the force, which was not responded to. And hence, the second representation, and thereafter a representation is 12/10/2015 was submitted to the Director General of Assam Rifles. Full stop. It is further submitted that in this process, during the currency of the said process of representations and effort of the petitioner to rejoin in service, he was informed on 31/5/2013 of being reinstated back into the service. And when the petitioner approached the authorities for joining by a communication, on 14/3/2014, the respondent authorities took a U-turn and rejected the claim of the petitioner. Stop. It is something that initially the petitioner was advised to approach the Supreme Court of India and by order dated 8/11/2010, passed in WP within bracket C number 1285 of 2019, the Supreme Court of India, on the request made by the petitioner, dismissed the petition as withdrawn. And thereafter, the present petition was filed under Article 226 of the Constitution of India, whereby the petitioner amongst others, has made a prayer for questioning of the discharge order dated 31/3/2012 and consequential communications, and to reinstate the petitioner in service. Where is this order of 31/5/2013? 31/5, you said that you were informed about reinstatement. Where is that?
Yes, my lord. My lord, once you come to, my lord, will come to page number 19, my lord, 19.
Yes, 19, I'm there.
Yes, my lord, there only.
No, this is 31/3. In your list of dates, you
Yes,
have
my
given
lord.
a date. You have given a date of 31/5 informing you about reinstatement. I could not track that
Yes, my lord.
document. That's why I'm asking you.
My lord, that document I have not done.
Okay,
No, my lord, it is not my lord. It is not there, my lord.
okay. Next paragraph. The learned constable of the petitioner has also submitted that the petitioner comes from a very poor background and that he was forced to he was forced to write a letter of resignation. It is also submitted that the petitioner had visited a doctor in view of the torture upon him, and the doctor had advised him few days of rest. And it is during this period that the coercion on part of the responding authorities took place and he was discharged from service. Correct? That's all?
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Only one more thing, my lord. One line. That affidavit which I have signed, which they are claiming, the notarized affidavit, my lord, that I have not received till date. Only have received when they have filed the opposition, my lord.
Okay. Next, it is also submitted that the purported affidavit sworn
That is in page 13 of the affidavit in opposition.
by the sworn by the affidavit, sworn by the petitioner. Purportedly sworn by the petitioner. Which page?
Page number 13 of the affidavit in opposition.
Okay.
1-3, my lord. 1-3,
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And prior to that, page 11, the letter which I have written.
Okay. The purported affidavit, which was sworn before the notary public at Dimapur regarding resignation of service, was not executed voluntarily, and that the documents were signed by the petitioner with a projection that he would be granted leave. So it is submitted that they said that the application regarding discharge and the said affidavit sworn, purportedly sworn on 16/2/2012 were never served on the petitioner, and the documents regarding his resignation and discharge were served on the petitioner for the first time along with the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondents.
Obligement.
And in this regard, reliance is placed on the affidavit in reply filed by the petitioner. Next, the learned CGC has referred to the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondents in support of the contention that the petitioner voluntarily resigned from service and had left the unit without completing the mandatory 12 months of training. Next paragraph. It appears from the scheme regarding procedure for enrollment as a rifleman as prescribed under the Assam Rifle Rules, 1985, person desirous of joining the Assam Rifles has to undergo a training process, during which period a trainee under the Assam Rifles is allowed fixed pay and allowances till his appointment as a rifleman in accordance with Rule 12, 13, and 14 of the Assam Rifles Rules, 1985. Full stop. It appears that on completion of the training program, under Rule 13, an oath or affirmation is required to be administered by the commandant, and a certificate set out in Part 3 of Appendix 1 is required to be attached to their sheet roll. And thereafter, the requirement of Rule 14 is required to be complied with, which includes verification of his character and antecedents. And then such person is required to sign a statement in schedule annexed to the Act in accordance with the provisions of subsection 2 of section 4 of the Assam Rifles Act. Full stop. It appears that, next para, it appears that once a person becomes a member of the force of Assam Rifles, as per the provisions of Section 8 of Assam Rifles Act, 2006, no member of the force is at liberty to resign his appointment during the term of his engagement or to withdraw himself from all or any of the duties of his appointment, except with the previous permission in writing of the prescribed authority. Full stop. In the present case in hand, there is no document to show that the petitioner was enrolled as a member of the Assam Rifles on successful completion of training, and therefore he exercised his right to resign, which is a process not covered by Section 8 of the Assam Rifles Act 2006. Next para. Assuming that the petitioner was compelled to resign, the resign which was not voluntarily done. The petitioner is enclosed the discharge certificate dated 27/3/2012 in his writ petition, by which an inference can be drawn that at least he was provided with a discharge certificate by the Deputy Commandant and CI, Assam Rifles Training Center and School, Full stop. Even if it is assumed that the petitioner was forced to sign the letter of resignation as well as the affidavit purportedly sworn on 16/2/2012 before the notary public, comma, on a perusal of Annexure Roman 2 of the affidavit in opposition, comma, it is noted that in the manner and space where the signature of the petitioner is made, comma, it would be impossible for a blank signature to be taken and then the affidavit be printed thereafter. Full stop. The said signature of the deponent is more or less in the center of the page. And there are writings above that, above the signature as well as below it. So the notice certificate is of 16/2/2012. So therefore, there is a presumption that even if the copy of this affidavit was not served on the petitioner, comma, the petitioner did have knowledge of the contents of the affidavit which he was signing on 16/2/2012. Full stop. Next paragraph. From the appointment letter dated 13/12/2011, comma, clause 3 makes it very abundantly clear that if the petitioner fails to successfully complete the recruitment training within the stipulated period, comma, his service was liable to be terminated without any notice and assigning any reason. Therefore, comma, it cannot be said that the petitioner was not aware that unless he completes and concludes his training successfully, comma, he would not be absorbed as a member of the force of Assam Rifles. Full stop. On the other hand, it is noticed that the order of discharge of the petitioner from service with effect from 31/3/2012 within bracket AN, bracket close, at his own request, was issued on 31/3/2012. Notwithstanding the representations, comma, made by the petitioners from time to time, comma, the present writ petition claiming reinstatement in service was filed on 15/9/2020, which is more than 8 years after he was discharged during the training period. As the petitioner was never absorbed, next para, as the petitioner is not found to have been absorbed by the Assam Rifles in service on successful completion of training, comma, the court is unable to accept that the petitioner is a member of the force of Assam Rifles. And therefore, the question of reinstatement of the petitioner to service would not arise at all, as he did not complete his training successfully. Next para, on the aforesaid, in view of the aforesaid discussions, the court does not find any merit in the writ petition, and therefore this writ petition stands dismissed. First of, however, there should be no order as to cost.
Oblige one.
That's all. Okay.
One is for the real, I think that's the key.